is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll drop here to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or trying to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
50-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Wait, 20. Watch the curves. Hey, check, right 57, Regular.
Now a play fake, Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Watch 52.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Brady. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
3rd down.
the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was 2nd among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards. And now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Rolling to his right. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
It is good.
And it's up and good.
Panthers 14. Buccaneers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
Partner, I don't care how long he plays. Anytime there's a fumble involving Tom Brady.
You think the Raiders are involved?
You think the Raiders are involved, you think it's snowing, and immediately you hear the words, Tuck Rule. And now the Tuck Rule doesn't exist anymore, but that always comes back up with Tom Brady, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, even here, even now. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. That play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good run there, 8 yards, gets him much closer to the end zone with 4th and goal looming.
For the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch me work.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on now. Check 52. 50. Check 52. Check pass.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. And his throw here's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 36-yard.
It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. 12 yards there and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a give to Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A quick pass here to Godwin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Tampa.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
He completes it to Evans. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
McCaffrey on the carry. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Sean Bunting on the tackle. It's a gain of 35. First down, Carolina.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and a yard.
Might not be anyone that's run the 2-minute drill better than Tom Brady, 2nd all-time in 4th-quarter comebacks.
And even though he's 2nd all-time, it feels like 1st in one of the most important comebacks. He's the right guy to have the ball in this situation.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
Mike Evans.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 1.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
3rd down.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and the people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Shaquille Barrett. Bridgewater's pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. So after the INT, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bearing a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, like cheetah, run up and I'm airing the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts, I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Look at me, I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the ground is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport. And I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit. Round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan. Dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard. Gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?